Hi, Julie Torrance here. Got the jelly plate out. Let's get started. I know you didn't come here to chat. I am starting with some white. Now, these are paints from what I call my bargain bowl. And I'm not going to be listing them or anything because a lot of them I purchased from Tuesday Morning. I don't even know if they still make this. This is a folk art product. And to say, well, I'm going to go to Tuesday Morning and pick up what Julie's using, Tuesday Morning doesn't work that way. So let's get this white out here. And when you're using your jelly plate, you really don't need that much paint, not as much paint as you might think. So I try to err on the side of caution by using maybe a little bit not enough, because when it starts slipping and sliding in too much paint, I don't like the results. So I'm starting out with just some white, and I'm going to put this, I've got a Braille off sheet. I've got all kinds of different papers. So I had to go get it. This is a piece of newsprint, and it's the kind of paper that you use for wrapping up things when you move. And yes, it's very wrinkly. I like that. And I'm just doing a background to get started, but we're going to be doing some magazine image transfers. Yay! It's been a little while since I've done it, and we'll talk about why in a minute. But plenty of wrinkles, and that's okay with me. Now my gel plate is from Ranger. It's 9 by 11, I think, yeah. And I got that size because I do a lot with 8.5 by 11. Okay, let's just pull this up and see what we've got. Not as many wrinkles showed up as I thought, but I like it. So it's just a background. I've got to set it over here in the drying rack, and let's do another one. Now there's still some white residue on here, and like I said, I'm starting out with some backgrounds. This is an ultramarine blue. This is just a no-name acrylic paint I bought years ago from Amazon. Don't know if the company is still in business, but it's just, I said, it was very inexpensive. And I like it for this. For me to do like acrylic paintings with it, I find it's just a little too fluidy, and it tends to dry with more of a sheen than I like. But for gel plate work, I love it. I love it. Would I buy it again? If I could find it, sure. So I've rolled this out into a nice thin, good. Roll this off, and let's grab a sheet of paper. And here we go. So I hope you're doing well. Some people use a Baren when they're doing this part of it. A Baren is like a heavy tool that you have in your hand, kind of looks like a large doorknob, and it can really save your hands. I just don't happen to have one. I do have a little brayer, and sometimes I like to just take this little brayer and brayer over the sheet to kind of get maybe a little different pressing than my hands can do. And up it comes. Now this left wrinkles. I love the wrinkles on the sheet. I love the wrinkles left on my gel plate. And there's this one. And I'm just going to give this a scoot up so I don't forget. And off it goes. And these dry pretty quick. I'm just grabbing another sheet of paper while I'm away. Here I am. And I think I'm going to pick this one up with a lighter color. This is a Daler Rowney paint that I got from Tuesday Morning. It's weird. It's gloopy and gloppy. But again, for this, I like it. It's called Pink Blush. And I think this could be cool for picking up this blue and create another background. I just want some backgrounds for my prints. Now, when I do jelly printing, I do a lot at once. It's a bit of a setup for me. It doesn't have to be, it just depends on what your workspace is like. But if I'm going to do this setup, then I'm going to spend a little time doing this. And let's get this one on. I do have other papers, but right now I just, especially with the wrinkles, I thought, okay, wrinkles with wrinkles, that'll be a cool look. And it's a lighter background, so I'll be doing a darker paint when I do the transfer. So you're probably seeing all the places I didn't rub, but I'm trying to give it all a good rub. All right, here we go. Let's see if we picked up the blue. If I remember right, this paint does do a good job in picking up. Now you may see some dark lines on my gel print. It is stained. It doesn't change the workability of it a bit. Look, look. Isn't that great? Think background now. I love it. There's still a little bit of blue on there, and that's fine. Let's work with another color. I'm going to go dark this time. This one is called Crimson Red, and I think that'll pick up maybe this blue. There's not as much blue on it as there was before the last pull, but I think it'll be, I think it'll be a nice combo. This paint is, this is again that no-name kind of acrylic paint that I bought from Amazon. If the company is still around, and I'm not saying that like they had crummy products, but I know it was a newer company when I bought what I bought. I was in contact with them, and I just hope they made it through the pandemic. A lot of these small companies just didn't do it, and it's an American company, but I believe they were white labeling. Okay, there we go. Nothing wrong with white labeling. This is a piece of cooking parchment. I love the crinkle, and I like the way I can tear, like to do fussy tearing around a image transfer, and so that's why I like to use this. Honestly, there's a lot of papers I like to use, you'll see. But yeah, I don't do gel printing like just to do one or two things. And that's kind of why it's been so long since I've done it, and since I've especially did magazine, because the last time I did magazine transfers, I did quite a few, and it's just taken me this long to get through them. And I just don't have storage for acres and acres. This doesn't look like it's stuck very well down here, but we'll just give it a go. All right. This picked up nothing. Isn't that interesting? It's a no-stick parchment, so that's probably why. It's a different brand that I've bought before, but there you go, note to self. Let's just set this out of the way. And let's see what we can do with this red. This may be a technique just coming into vogue. Yeah, once is a mistake, twice is a technique. This is the most no-name of no-names. I got this at a place that's called the Crafter's Warehouse, and it was in just a barrel of no-name paints. There was only this color left and one other color when I was there. I'm sure they had more colors earlier, but they were all without labels, and they were 25 cents a object, a jar. So that's why I got this buttermilk color. And of course, I had no idea how or if it would work, so I did not want to buy a bunch. And then of course the next time I went, it was all gone. Typical, but that's the beauty of that type of a store. All right, another background. Let's get another sheet. not of the parchment. It's all an experiment. That's okay. Another one of these. And on she goes. So we've got red. We've got that buttermilky color. We've got a wrinkly piece of paper. Let's just see what we get from this. Let me know in the comments if you find me using wrinkly paper ridiculous or if you think it might be kind of cool. You're not going to hurt my feelings either way. Hey, hey, and look at the sheet. Oh, I hope I could pull that up. That's gorgeous. I don't want to wreck it with my finger. There we go. Look. Tell me you don't love that. I love it. Bit busy for a background, but cool for a lot of other stuff. Back we go. All right. I just grabbed up a few more sheets of paper. I want to see what we can do. I'm thinking what pulls up paint really well. Let's go with, now we can't use red, this purple. Now this background's getting dark, but that's okay. This is another one of those gel acrylics that I bought. But if I remember right, and you can have the exact same paint, but a different color, it will work differently on the gel plate. Every color works different. It's all a mystery. I know Lindsay at the Frugal Crafter, she uses a lot of Arteza pouring paints on her gel plate, and they come out just beautiful. I think I'm getting a pretty nice even coat. And there's a fine balance here that you want the paint to stick to the paint underneath. At least I do right now. And you also want it to stick to your paper, and you want it to pull your paper up. Okay, here we go. Now, as you can see, this is smaller. So I'm going to just put this on top so that I pick up the edges that the white sheet of paper, and that's just printer paper, what it did not grab. And I'll just use that as a nice little frame on this one. It'll be fine. Giving it a good rub because I would like it to really pick up what's under it. You know, that red crackly stuff. Okay, I'm just going to take this up, and we've got that edge. I like it. Let's see where we're going with it. Now, do you see what I'm saying? This purple is good at picking up what's left on the plate. There we go. And I always find printer paper, I think it's designed to pick up inks, but look, can you see how pretty this is? And yet I don't feel like it's too loud to put something else on top. All right, drying rack. We're getting a nice selection. A couple more backgrounds, and then we'll grab some of these magazine sheets. I'm going to put yellow, again with the no name. It's called Yellow Ochre. Let's get a little bit on there. It is, you know, compared to others, it is a heavier paint. I'm going to put a little gold with it. What do you say? This is a metallic gold from Martha Stewart. I'm just getting an acrylic blob off of there. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this gold, and hopefully it'll just give us a bit of a shimmer all the way through. But I do want to kind of mix them up a little bit. So I'm just giving this a little bit of a stir. And now let's spread her out. I'm going right over those edges. And again, if I get like a bit of a frame, that's fine with me. Metallics are funny on the gel plate. Sometimes they pick up good, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they show up very distinctly. Sometimes they don't show up much. They just leave a shimmer. So again, it's a bit of a guess. And I'm going to pick it up with this, the one that has the purple frame already. And down she goes. I can tell that since this is the second time I'm rubbing down this particular sheet of paper, because I used it to grab up the edges that the printer paper didn't quite cover, it's more malleable. Okay, give it a good rub, especially around those edges, huh? And let's see what we get with this. Picking up a lot. And there we go. I love this. And yes, there is a gold shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. I like this background. I love the frame. Okay. Real good. Let's hit this with some dark. Or bright anyway. Now this is a Heidi Swapp paint. And it's just called Red. And it's a kind of a cool, it's a warm red, but I mean it's cool as in neato color. Kind of a corally red. Not a Red Barn red, but not an American flag red. On the gel plate today, it almost looks pinkish, doesn't it? Trying to get this on fairly evenly. Okay, now I'm going to put a piece of printer paper on, and I've got those edges worse than the other time. So I'm going to grab another sheet of paper and pick up the edges while we get this put down. Give it a good rub everywhere. So, do you have a jelly plate? Do you use it? I love my jelly plate, but I'm not a jelly plater that has multiple plates. I don't work on them and then leave them alone and then pull them off tomorrow. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't have the luxury of the space for all that. But the results I've seen from that, I love. Okay, here we go. Picking up the red rim. I like that. And now, let's see our red. Very nice. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's still a gold shimmer to this. And it even picked up more residue, which I love. So that's a real pretty piece. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ready for transfers. That's really not very many. Let's do something with this red one. Let's give it, if I use green, it'll be kind of a Christmas. This is called Fruit Punch. Again, it's a Martha Stewart, and this is a shimmery paint, kind of a pearlized paint. And it's thinner, so I'm not putting, at least it doesn't feel to me like I'm putting quite as much on the plate because it does go further. Can you see the shimmer? Lots of shimmer. Shimmer can be cool for a background because it doesn't really compete necessarily, but it does give what you put on top a nice punch. Okay. Sometimes my Braille off sheet, that's this sheet, comes out just as pretty as anything I've done. All right, back on. And give it a rub. It's got a little hole in it. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me in the least. I feel like I'm scooting away from you, though. Now, this is one of those projects that your hands are going to get painty, well worth it to me. It's part of the joy. And I don't find acrylic paint difficult to get off. It can be a little hard on the nails when I have my nails painted up, but it's worth it. Okay, picking it up. It's leaving more paint behind than other colors, but I love this background. Look, you can, I really hope you can see the shimmer. It's like a frosted nail polish or lipstick, kind of enamel looking. Nice. Okay. All right, let's get some magazine prints going. Now, I use magazine pictures from things like Vogue and Harper's Bazaar and ELL is another fashion magazine, because whatever ink they use when they publish lends itself to this kind of work. Not all magazines work. Those are ones that have worked for me. Now, they could change their ink in a heartbeat, and it wouldn't be something you would know necessarily when you go to read the magazine. But you just have to try. That's all I can tell you. Just give it a try. Now, this purple is beading up. I think the reason why it could be beading up is because of the pearlized paint that's underneath it. But I'm just going to give it a one more over. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a magazine print quick. This is what it looks like, but I'm going quick. Real good. Give this a good rub. We'll see what we get. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up the edge. I need a bigger sheet than that. Pick up the edge with this. Now, if you go to press your paper down and it slips and slides, that's too much paint. You should not have paint water falling down the edge of your gel plate. That's too much. I mean, you're just wasting paint. You know, I mean, and there's always a way to use it. I'm not saying that, but just for me to get my best results, that's not a good technique. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. But hopefully, yeah, I wanted it to leave the magazine behind. Okay. Set this aside. Now, we're going to see if we have a print. Ooh, you know what? I pretty much only rubbed it with the paper on top. So I'm just going to give it a little brairing. All right. Let's see. Oh, I don't see much. It's there, but I don't see much. Now, I cannot reuse this. So this is going in the trash. There is some there. What am I going to do? I'm going to take this buttermilk color and I'm going to try to pick it up. Sometimes you can see more when you pick it up than you can on, well, especially my gel plate. I'm going to try not to go too far over the design, you know, like beyond the design. I see that purple. I hope that's not just me sliding that picture all around. But we'll see. We will see what we get. Picking it up with this. And we'll see what's going on. Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. I can see her, but barely. Can you see her? She looks kind of ghosty. I like it. You never know, but I do like it. Okay, I'm picking up another background. I got this red one, and let's work on another sheet. I'm going to go with this blue. I'm sure there are people that make notes and know I don't. I mean, I probably should. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I just have never done that. Probably should, but you know, to say this paint works great, this paint doesn't. Could probably even just write it right on the bottles or the tubes. But the thing is, I could do that. It doesn't mean tomorrow it won't work, or it doesn't mean tomorrow it will work. Honestly, it can depend on the humidity of the day. It can depend on how warm is it in the house. Just all kinds of things. That's why this is such an experiment. Okay, let's get a magazine picture. Now this one, I like both of the images. I like her, and I think she's got good contrast, and I like the eyes. So even though I probably wouldn't use these all in the same one, I want it for both pictures. Okay, I need a bigger sheet. Do I have any more? Yes. To pick up the frame. Now, some people pull up their image and just immediately slap down a piece of paper. I guess I'm not quick enough, or things dry too fast for me to be able to make that work. But I've seen beautiful results that way. I sure have. All right, now I'm trying to not just concentrate on the frame of it, but on my transfer itself as well. Okay, let's give it one of these. See what we get. Okay, first the frame. Okay. And now the picture. Nothing. I can't believe it. Well, these were all from Vogue magazines, which have worked well for me. I really don't see anything much on here. I mean, there's just a few little bits of paint. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to head right into another one. Should I use that same blue? Well, I don't think so. Let's see. Let's try this buttermilk. Let's see what it picks up. Shake, shake. There we go. It's smearing around the blue, which I kind of like. There's sort of like a shape that's showing up. And I don't know why. A mystery. Okay. Now, if this one doesn't work, we're going to be, pardon me, switching magazines. Okay. Gorgeous. She looks like a princess. Put this on. Grab a frame. Now, I have had in the past, believe it or not, successful transfers. And so If you're saying, well, you're not leaving it on long enough or this or that, I'm honestly doing it the way I always have. So let's just see. Okay, up with this. Very good. Now, image transfer. Be there, be there, be there. I mean, I am seeing a little something. Yes, yes, yes. Not a lot, but she's there. We're going to give it a go. I'm just going to put this right on. That's the technique that I've said I've never tried. Well, here we go. I'm still getting over my cold, so I'm sorry about the sniffly coughiness of me. But every day is better. Okay, I'm going to use my big roller. All right, let's see. It feels like it's sticking. Okay, we've got something happening here. So her hair showed up. Can you see her hair? Well, I'm not discouraged. Let's try something else. Now, should I grab a different magazine? Oh, no, let's just try one more. Okay. And the reason why I say no is they're stored in a box, I can't just grab a magazine and run with it. So let's do this. Love this blue. This is another Daler Rowney color. Let's get this where you can see it, I hope. Okay, Daler Rowney. Don't let me down. Okay. Image. I've got a black and white. Put her on. There she goes. Get a frame. See, this is why I don't see myself needing any bigger, any larger of a gel plate, because I'm already picking up the edges. I guess it's just not the kind of gel printing that I do. I don't do a lot of gel printing on 12 by 12s, which again, results are beautiful. I've seen just beautiful work. I did try to use this gel plate and do wrapping paper, but clumsy. It was very clumsy for me. Okay, up comes the blue. And there we have that. Wave, wave. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a sheet. I'm going to grab a background. And we'll try that quick. This is very dry. We'll try that quick technique. Here we go. Up with this. Yes, yes, we have transfer. Give it to me, baby. Now, these transfers that haven't worked, it's not wasted, I'll tell you. Not at all. Okay, I'm going to give it a bit of a braying. Like a donkey. Braying. Brayer. Okay. What do we have, folks? Are we going to be crying or are we going to be jumping for joy? I see image. I love it. Now, not a lot of detail, but I love it. I love it a lot. I think she looks great. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. All right, I've got this red sheet. I'm going to grab another picture. Stay there. Okay. I've got these two girls. I think they're sweet. All right, what are we going to put down? Something that shows up well on this red. I think I'm going to go with the buttermilk, because I think that will show up nice. I did give it a shake. Brayer this off. Tell me in the comments what you think so far. And we've been together now over a half hour. If you've hung with me this long, maybe you consider hitting the like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because that opens up a lot of different doors, not just for monetization, but when people are looking at your channel for other reasons, like maybe an affiliate program or something, they like to see that 1,000 number as well. Okay, putting her down. And there. Confidence. That's what we need. Let's get a frame. Pick up the frame. Give it a good brayering. Not like a donkey sound. Okay. Pick up the frame. That's good. And now pick up the girls. Be there, girls. Be my friends, okay? I'm giving you a little extra love right now. So, let's see. Bring this up a little bit. Oh, pretty much nothing, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to put this down and see what we get. Because there is something there. I'm going to give it a rare. I'm talking quiet now. Like maybe that will help. You never know. All right, let's pick it up. Not seeing much at all. Well, shoot. It's okay. All right. I'm grabbing another magazine, and I'll be right back. So this is that Elle magazine, E-L-L-E. And that's another one that, I'm almost afraid to say, but I had good luck with printing. So I've got a little piece of paper here that I want to pick up. There we go. Okay. All right, what am I going to try? Well, I'm going to try a dark, and I'm going to try, let's see, well, kind of dark. This is called light blue. And let's put this down. Let's get these out of my way a little bit. Have you noticed I haven't cleaned my jelly plate since we started? I'm just going on top, more. And I kind of like that style. Okay, grabbing a girl. Oh, that sounds terrible. grabbing a photograph of a girl. I've got her. And let's give it a go. Put her down. Get a frame. Pick up the excess and give the picture underneath a good rub. We're going to get some prints out of this, I promise. I'm promising to you. I'm promising to myself. But you'll see, I mean, none of this has gone to waste. And honestly, a couple of those prints I do like. They are not as crisp as I'm used to, and none of them are ever crispy crisp, but you know. But I kind of like the shadowy look that I've gotten on some of these. Okay. I'm going to grab a background. I was looking at it, but I don't know why I thought it was here. Oh, that's Grace Kelly. Okay, here we go. Oh, see. Yeah, this magazine is much better. Much better. I'm going to go right in with this. So there you have it. I have used Vogue for a long time, but something's changed. I have a Harper's Bazaar that we could try too. Get this paint off and then give it a roll. Okay, you ready? Nothing up my sleeve. Presto. Oh yeah. Better. Way better. I love her. I love her. Great. Okay. Another. Grab the paper. Going to use a light color to put on a dark. And I'm heading straight for this. A Daler Rowney Titanium White. And let's see if we can pick up a white print. Alrighty. On it goes. When I picked the pictures that I did out of that Vogue magazine, you know, I was thinking about it, and, you know, this time with the Elle magazine, I just grabbed, and, whoa, okay, when it starts to do that, the paint's getting dry, too dry. I'm just going to add some more paint. But yeah, when your brayer starts picking the paint up, then I don't know if it means you've over brayered it, but I do know it means it's gotten dry. See, the brayer is just picking everything up. Look. Oh boy. What is this going to turn into, folks? Do we know? Do we care? Oh my. Well, I am not going to put a magazine picture on this. We're just going to pick this up and see. Oh, look. Okay. That tube of paint should get some kind of a notation. Well, if you wanted to see a little bit of everything, yeah, you're getting it. We're going to just pick that up. If we can. I'm sure we can. See if I can roll some of this off. Let's set this aside. Throw it out in the backyard. Okay. Picked up the edges. We'll see if we got the rest of that. Oh yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, we're going to pick this up. If you're getting bored, I apologize. Let's get the buttermilk going because we know that'll pick it up. Well, so I say. Come on. There we go. I'm tempted now to put a piece of transfer right on this. See what happens. Oh, I know you're saying to yourself, we want a success. Well, this could be it. You just don't know. All right. Her. There she is. And grab a frame. Now, I wish there was a way I could speed this up. You can speed it up. But I'm sure that watching Julie rub paper for 45 minutes has not been what you came for. But hey, this is the reality. Okay. Let's get this picked up. And let's get this picked up. Oh, oh. Oh, ho, ho, folks. Again, that Elle magazine. I think that's the way to go. Okay. Here. Grab it. Grab it quick. There's a person that I watch. Eddie Makes Art. Eddie? Hey, Eddie. He was doing some gel printing with some stencils. And he had, I don't know how to do that kind of editing, but he had text that came across the screen saying, I realized my mistake. Well, Eddie, you're not the only one that has unpredictable things happen on your channel. Here's me in all my goofy glory. I'm going to give this a brayer. And let's see. Houston, we have liftoff. Look at her. I love this. Now, again, is it photorealistic? Nope. But I can take a little white gel pen and kind of fill in the details that you can't even see. But her dress and her hair, now I don't know what happened here, but I can turn that into a hat. I love it. I love it. Yay. Going in the drying rack. Okay. I'm going to do another one. Yep, I'm putting you through it. Okay, I want a darker color. Let's do green. Because I have a lighter background waiting. There we go. And here. I will link Eddie's channel. He is a fantastic artist. Does journals, makes ephemera, tags. His gel prints are wonderful. His collage work, fascinating and great. I'm trying to get the green over that white. Maybe it already is. Okay, let's not play with it too long. Heaven only knows. I've got her. I love her. Now, see, I would have tore off the advertising off the bottom, but again, I was just doing this, grabbing a frame. I just grabbed these as quick as I could. Tell me some of your YouTube favorites, who you watch. I watch a lot of different YouTube channels. A lot of them are mixed media, gel plate, art related, but I watch other things too, documentaries and things. Fascinating. I'm a nurse. That's my day job, only I work the night shift. Okay, frame off. And let's see what we've got. kind of a silhouette-y picture. I'm going to grab it. Give it a good brayer. Treasure Books. I know that I have linked her before. She's one of the journal making sites that I really like. Nick the Booksmith. Enjoy that. Okay. Let's see what we get. As I said, silhouette-y, but I don't think you can see enough to say, well, I can really make this out. Not really. Okay. That's all right. We're not giving up. But I think what I'm going to do is now, I'm not going to wipe it down, but I'm going to just clean up what's all on here. So let's get some of this color. I just can remember this is a good clean off your gel plate color. I wish I had some dark craft paper. That would look good with this buttermilk. Okay. Looking for a big sheet of paper. Oh, can you hear me? I'm rattling paper. All right. Didn't take time to cut this, just putting it on. I can cut it later. So what am I doing? I'm trying to clean off the gel plate. Now, when you want to clean off the gel plate like this, sometimes it is a little better to leave it just for a minute more. So what I'm going to do while we're down here is I'm just going to, I don't want to cut my gel plate. I'm just going to give this a trim right now. Yeah, it wants to go straight into the gel plate, of course. Let's see. Here we go. Boy, maybe this is how not to gel print, huh? Could be. Could be. All right. Let's see. Just cleaning off the plate. Well, that green is definitely tenacious, but whoop, that's okay. There we go. I'm just going to see if I can just grab a little bit more. A little bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm going to try another one. Yes. You're thinking to yourself, are you joking, Julie? Nope. I'm going to try. I'm going to use the Crimson Red. Slippery Slidey. No more Slippery Slidey. There we go. Okay. Got a picture? Sure do. This is the last one from the Elle magazine. Can we get these two girls? I hope. I hope. Grabbing a frame. Let's give this a roll. Do it like you mean it, right? Isn't that what they say? I'm giving it my strength. All right. Got the frame. I'm grabbing what I want to put it on. And up it comes. We've got girls. We've got girls. Thank you, ladies. And I'm going to pick them up with this cardboard. Yep, you heard me right. I think this could be really cool. And yes, this was a Chex cereal box. I use a lot of food packaging. Okay. Up it comes. There's my girls. Love it. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm grabbing up some to show you. Would I call this a great success? Well, I'm enjoying it. I'm just going to show you some of the magazine prints that came out somewhat. But no, I love this shadowy look of her. You know, like she's coming out of the mist. This Prada girl. I think this is way cool. Her. I like her very much. Very much. I've got my mind going all kinds of ways on how to work with her. And then I've got the two girls with their sunglasses on. Love them. Thank you so much for joining me. Please consider hitting the thumbs up. I'm going to do some more jelly printing. I'm going to get some more of those Elle magazine figures and I'll be back. But in the meantime, like, subscribe. See you in another video. Bye now.